the party on a permanent basis.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year. Wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. That is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. The play action fake, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 14. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 14 yards. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career. No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 2, Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it.
There he goes, right side. Look at the big fella go. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down down. They got him. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now you got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Now a 3rd and 6. Goal. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Detroit.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Montgomery, another target and catch. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Again, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Jack Fox now. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A complete once again to Watson. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Goff. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Taking it about the 36. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson. He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Everything has been good for him. And right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. This is caught. Touchdown. Christian Watson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Carlson's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Time for another look at this Lions offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Rasul Douglas there to get him down. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Goff now to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Goff on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
2nd and 6 at the Packers' 13-yard line.
Throwing again is Goff.
Over the middle and taken in by LaCorda. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Gibbs will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Montgomery. Well, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
On the return is Williams. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he floated one out there, incomplete. So we have reached halftime here.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Goff now looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a nice throw here right side. He holds it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Touchdown, Packers!
Christian Watson
with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Packers have got it on cruise control. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a what?
Taking it right down Broadway.
Inside the 20.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
74 yards.
And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he was really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I don't know when a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thing.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now here's a throw that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Lions will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Gibbs straight ahead.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's fielded at the 34. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally, if not fool him, fool the quarterback so maybe you don't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Goff's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Wrap up.
Still moving.
Still going.
Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery. 65 yards.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
42. Lions 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The kickoff for the Lions.
Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10.
It's a big play there for Green Bay.
And even 40 yards.
First down and goal to go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Goff.
That's complete to Laporta.
And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. Really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
On 1st down, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
2nd and 10, Goff again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Nifty move. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Christian Watson.
And he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
He hits Doubs on the crosser.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Carlson on for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
So out now come the Lions.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable.
There he goes left side.
He's to the 15.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said,
there goes Green. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Goff.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening this